Video editing is definitely not my forte.
I like video editing. It's fun. Not that I edited my videos.
But yeah, it's I'm speaking to Vic right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't looking at the I just have my phone up for Discord and it's difficult to see my list of people in the call. I need to deal with this Drake Ghost. I'm gonna die.
This is a very pretty game.
I love it. It's
I've never played it.
It's got very thick PlayStation 1 graphical nostalgia.
Clunky boys.
Chunky boys indeed.
Yeah, right now I'm just fucking... Sorry, you're cool with me cursing? Yes? No?
Yeah, go for it. This is a...
Okay, right now I'm trying to, like, grind out in Bayonetta the gunchucks.
The first Bayonetta?
Yeah.
Is Bayonetta 3 out yet?
Yes.
I wasn't sure. I've seen a lot of people talking about it.
Yeah, it's out. And Helena Taylor, I'm glad she's not part of it because Bayonetta actually sounds better from what I've heard.
Yeah, Jennifer Hale is kind of extremely talented.
Not only is she extremely talented, she's just a legacy voice actress.
It's comforting to
that
hear
a lot
her
of
voice.
people grew up with. Whereas, like, Helena Taylor obviously kind of shoehorned her voice acting career because she was only Bayonetta.
Well, I'm fairly sure Elena Taylor is, like, a theater actor by trade, and voice acting was just something that she dabbled in for Bayonetta. They just kind of picked her off the street.
She actually quit voice acting to go into theater.
Oh, is that how it went?
Yeah, and that whole drama was she just wanted to get back to theater.
Yeah, that was...
And not do...
That was a weird little Twitter escapade. Totally unnecessary.
But with Jennifer Hale, someone who's well-known in the voice actress industry, you know, continuing to voice act, means we might actually have more stuff in Bayonetta. Like, more games.
Yeah, anything that gives us more Bayonetta, I'm always going to be happy for.
Because a niche series that's finally gotten popular in the rise of the Switch. Thank you.
Yeah, I really hope
Platinum
Overlord.
Well. I mean, it seems to be selling well from what I've heard. But also it's competing with Sonic Frontiers, so there's that shadow looming over it.
So once I get out of this little section of the castle, I was hoping not to run into such a tough fight on my way out. You know what? I'm just gonna blast through with Gimmerd, and then I'm gonna run back and rest again. But yeah, once I get out of this little section of the castle, then I'm gonna focus on narrating about the game again. Because I believe we're gonna get a fairly serious transition once we exit through the gate with the mountain key. You gonna go grab food? I think that's a wonderful idea, Theo. Grab water as well. You dried out husk.
Alcohol is not water.
But yeah, I look forward to hearing your impressions from when you play the game, Theo. Thank you for joining this little adventure. I have a idea of where I want to play to. But I don't remember how long it takes to get there.
My weird stipulation with this whole, like, retro games thing is, like, I love playing my weird niche games that I have physically. I'm one of those weird people that, like, emulation good, but if I can, I like getting the, physical media.
No,
Or, like,
physical media feels good in a lot of ways.
like, I refused to play through the Bayonetta series until I got Bayonetta 2 physically.
Fair enough.
Which I finally got. Somehow.
This game is an expensive one, as with many old PlayStation 1 games. If you're looking
When
to...
did it come out?
1996, I believe.
Ooh. Same year as me!
Might have been 98. Or 97. 6, 7, or 8, one of those years. But yeah, the cheapest copy you can find on eBay, I believe, is $60 US, and that's a bidding war.
55 without manual.
Oh, have you looked at it?
I just found it.
Oh yeah.
But a
Physical
CID
media is
is
forever by Laserdisc. Oh, Laserdisc.
laser discs. But yeah, the cheapest I have found it official as of now on eBay for CIB, $26.60. It's a bidding war.
Yeah.
However, the Japanese version goes for like $14. Because again, for some reason, Japanese RPGs in Japanese are much cheaper than the English variations.
I imagine it has something to do with them selling more copies. So fewer of them were just kind of lost to the annals of history. There's more in people's hands, in people's homes, for them to be, like, in the Japanese marketplace.
It's also because Japanese actually has, like, an active retro... Like, you can still buy, like, old NES, SNES, and GBE games for, like, retail price.
It is true that Western gaming giants tried to kind of snuff out the used game market very explicitly, where I'm not sure that's something that happened in Japan.
No, because secondhand market means more sales overall.
Mountain Key.
Whereas in America, it's like, we want the new, the latest, the hottest and greatest. Also, RPGs have the unfortunate fact of being RPGs in America. You know, the country that doesn't, that while a lot of people suffer from motion sickness, not as many as, you know, Japan. That's another reason RPGs are much more widespread. What's your favorite kind of RPG? Like turn-based, first-person, dungeon crawler?
Turn-based is definitely not my favorite. There are some favorites that I have that are turn-based, but it's not the turn-based that makes it valuable to me. I think I definitely prefer the sort of Dark Souls or Zelda style where combat is something that happens sort of in an instant.
So you're an action RPG fan?
Yeah, but with the specification that, like, the action is fluid with other aspects of the gameplay, and doesn't take a very long time. Like a game,
like you get a handle on.
Well, I just mean like the Tales series. I would define that as an RPG.
Yes, they are absolutely action RPGs.
Yeah, and action RPGs, but they have battles that aren't turn-based, but they're gonna take a couple minutes, and you're doing like big combos on enemies. Very much not. The Yakuza series is the same way, where like a battle starts, and then you are doing a battle now for the next little while. Whereas in Zelda, you run into an enemy, and in the course of 10 seconds, you either have taken some damage and defeated it, or not taken some damage and defeated it.
I think My favorite form of RPG has to be action RPGs, but like with the similar stipulation where my whole thing is I like battles more naturally integrated into the world rather than just, oh, you're teleported into a random arena now.
Yeah, it feels good to have to not have
Like,
to suspend your disbelief so much.
like, uh, like that Kingdom Hearts is one of my core examples. Is it does a lot really good.
I realize that your volume is going to, like, my perception of your volume is what's going to show up on the video, so I'm going to turn you down just a little bit.
So sorry.
No, it's no worries. It's just not used to recording for YouTube.
That's fair. But yeah, you get what I mean.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about this theme.
Let me turn up the music here. Oh, that's very pretty. Who's the composer?
I believe her name is Michiru Oshima. Or rather, the emphasis should be on O. So Michiru Oshima.
Oh,
There's also another person in the credits in the sound team with the same last name. But that person doesn't have as widespread a profile on the internet, and I always wonder if it's a family member, by marriage or by blood.
Legaia, Art the Lag. Huh, there was actually...
Sorry, the famous example for like video game credits where the last name means that they are related is the Zimmerman Salters. Chris Zimmerman and I don't remember their spouse, but they're both like big names in voice direction. They're in like countless games as the voice caster. So I'm gonna start voice acting for Meta again, and I believe immediately after this scene, we're gonna transition to a different perspective on the story. Vaughn, I sense the presence of a raw Seru like me. Let's hurry to the top of the mountain. Our friends must be there. So we shift from that mountain to this little volcano. And now...
I can help you with voice acting if you want.
We're taking a break from Vaughn. Yeah, if you feel like focusing, you could voice this other main character.
Hell yeah!
Tell me my name. We're just gonna go with the default, which is Noah.
Obviously, the best always go with the default option.
I remember being a little kid and being like, there's this girl that I met at school, and I felt so embarrassed, but I still named this character after that girl.
Oof.
Because that's what you do when you're a kid. You just use the names you know, and then it's like, there's a connection there, but I remember my old best friend from back in the day, he did the same thing. Named his whole Final Fantasy VII party after his classmates.
That's so cool. Noah.
Yeah, these are Noah's parents speaking, I think.
Where are you? I just imagine a spooky disembodied voice.
Where are you? Your mother needs you. Noah. It's so dark here, Noah. Noah, I want to see you. I need you, Noah. Wake up, Noah. You can't sleep forever. It's time to get up.
Is that a Berserk reference?
I just realized... Oh wait, no, Noah does speak. It's just Vaughn that doesn't speak. Noah, you look like you were having a bad dream. Although, maybe Noah doesn't speak until you gain control of Vaughn again. Do you want to voice Terra in that case?
Sure.
Yeah, I was having a bad dream.
Yes. Well, you should always remember your dreams, no matter how painful. Dreams tell you about the future. Alright then, time for practice. Come with me. Weird emphasis, but shut up.
So, if you couldn't tell by the special glowing green name in the dialogue box and the big old green gem on this wolf, this is another Rasaru, like Meta. And that's who Meta was referring to when she was talking about sensing their presence.
Ah.
But I'm not sure on the timeline here. I believe we've actually flashed back a little bit. Because the timeline doesn't make sense for Meta to arrive, and then we're still in this cave.
It's a very pretty game. With a very nice soundtrack.
The soundtrack is very dear to my heart. The transition between, like, such peaceful themes and then the battle theme being so harsh and hostile is hilarious.
You just vibe it. Make it snappy, Noah. I have much to teach you. But now, follow me. What the fuck was that?
She's excited.
Oh, that's making me a little nauseous. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's one of those games where the textures can be very warpy.
Noah, I have taught you much, but I wonder if it is sinking in. So now it's time for a test. The first question is... when the mist is around you, which is the combination that results in chaos?
Seru and Rasaru. Rasaru and human. Seru and human. Or human and animal. And as we know, the answer is Seru and human.
Good.
Yay!
A Seru touched by the mist begins to act on its own and possesses the human that uses it. So you must be careful. Now, I will leave you. I will be waiting up ahead. Nothing yet. Is this one of the PS1 games? Now, for the second test. Listen carefully.
One of those PS1 games.
That uses circle to confirm, or is it X to confirm?
I imagine that it was probably circle in the original, but it's X for everything in the North American release.
What is it that, when it is revived, uses powers from another world to push back the mist?
The Book of Genesis? Wow, straight up biblical reference. A Genesis tree. A geneticist. Or a dandelion.
A dandelion! That's right, Noah!
Yay!
Soon you will be entrusted with the reviving of the Genesis trees. Tales of Symphonia, is that you?
A little bit.
How
Similar imagery.
How soon that day comes depends entirely on you. Honestly, you now have the healing shroom. So, one of my favorite facts is that the PS1 and PS2 were still in this like weird in-between phase where some games actually used the circle in the North American releases for confirm, whereas others used like Zone of the Enders on PS2, and I believe PS3 still have circle to confirm on the American versions. Or like the disc version of Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, it's weird how the localized... I don't know who was responsible, to be honest, for that change coming over here, because there's no real reason that the bottom button needed to be confirmed.
Yeah, no, because my working theory is that the PlayStation controller is similar in button layout to a Nintendo controller, you know? A is confirm, B is jump. But for some reason, you know, because logically my brain thinks circle means okay, this means, you know, you got it wrong. Just math tests and whatnot.
Yeah, an X,
So,
regardless of culture, is always kind of the no symbol.
yeah.
Because a cross looks
Unless
like
you're
something
doing-
blocking your path.
Right? Crosswalk. Like, you know... It's one of those weird things. Anyways, now for the last question. Listen very carefully.
It is strange to watch that tail wag because the animation is remarkably smooth compared to everything else in the game.
I love how you can count the actual polygon.
Yeah, like that is a 8 polygon tail, and it's
Yes.
animating at like 60 FPS compared to everything else, which is animating at 20.
Also, fun fact. Unless you're speedrunning, there is no need to care about frame rates. Like, speedrunning is generally the only reason. Which Genesis tree is closest to us?
Oh, jeez.
Mount Rikaku, Mount
It's
Rikuraku.
It's Rikuroa, but looking at this, like, I could see how you could get confused. I just did a little side quest in Yakuza 5 where you have to sign autographs, and each person wants it made out to their specific name. And this one was like Hideaki Yoshizawa or something like that. And the tiny little details that they changed, I got baited by one of them, and I reloaded the save because I wanted to get everything perfect.
I love it when games do those kinds of weird trivia things, and it's only like, correct, it's the Genesis tree at Mount Rikuroa. It's always those weird changes that are like so minute that I love.
The only thing they changed was Hideaki to Hideki, but it got lost in the sea of other little changes that I didn't see it. Are you busy?
Mount Rikuroa is located south of this cave. Although now we are trapped inside Swiftdrift Cave, someday. The day will come when you and I will go to Mount Rikuroa together. Noah, I look forward to that day with eagerness. Now come with me. After using the mind, it's time to use the body. Time for training! This definitely feels like the introduction to a Tales of game.
There's a lot of similarities. They're going for a similar theming.
Listen to me, Noah. Now we're going to practice fighting. As I have always said, never get careless during practice, or you'll get hurt.
Go with your gut on how to pronounce that.
Touch the red pewta or black pewta sticking out of those holes to start fighting. If you're not confident, fight the red pewta. If you're confident, fight the black pewta. Ready, Noah? Begin!
Look at them go.
Oh, they're all penguin dudes!
They are very
Lovely.
penguin-esque from here, but when you get the texture detail, they even sound like a penguin. I mean, they're still pretty penguin-y, but I think they're supposed to be, like, reminiscent of a mole.
They look like mole penguins.
That's a good way to put it. So here's Noah in her default outfit. with her detached.
That's what she looks like! What the fuck? Why does she look like a little girl?
Well, she's 12. As the manual says, she is 12 years old.
Oh, okay.
And oh my god, I just noticed for the first time in my life that she has pink painted nails.
I love it. You know what? Queen.
Anyway, I didn't play Final Fantasy VII until I was much older, comparatively. But I did see imagery from it, and oh my god, does she ever have the same hair as, like, Aeris and Sephiroth.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a big fan of, like, Vanilla 7. I have tried it multiple times, and it just does not vibe with me.
Well, those older games definitely aren't for everyone. They have, a certain amount of... Maybe jank isn't the right word, but...
No, jank's the right word.
Roughness. They weren't polished.
Don't forget, I also have a affinity for, Final Fantasy 13.
So, with Noah, observers will notice that she has different starting stats than Vaughn. Vaughn started with 180 HP, 20 MP, and he could fit 3 attacks on his bar by default. But Noah, at level 1, can fit 4 attacks on her bar. Has 30 less HP, 10 less MP, so she is very martial focused. She can still do other things, but her big strength is being able to fit lots of attacks in. Now, if only I could remember the combinations for those attacks. Let's just hit auto and see what we got. Ouch, that's doing a lot of damage. Let's do down, down, up.
Goes high.
That's not a martial. Uh-oh. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Okay, that's fine. There we go.
This is definitely similar to Legend of Dragoon, but it looks a lot better. The combat's not as jank, from what I can tell.
Yeah, it's interesting. Hazel mentioned the comparison to Legend of Dragoon and expressed a preference for Dragoon's combat.
I kind of don't like that kind of combat style where it's like, oh, well, you press this button to correspond to, like, do extra damage or whatever.
Personally, I've never played Dragoon, although I have seen the combat. And it looks more akin to, like, the modern QuickTime event.
That's basically what it is. It's a QuickTime event.
Yeah, so it requires timing, which is not something that this game requires.
Also, if you don't attack certain enemies right, they'll blow up in your face.
Oh, that sounds unpleasant.
It is annoying as hell.
There's part of me that's wondering if I should just look up these combinations so I can get through this.
Up, down, down.
Because I wanna learn new ones so I can chain them together effectively.
Right.
None of that was one. Oof. That's DiMaggio.
Brian, I was gonna say, like, as a suggestion,
Oh.
try up, left, right, down. Oh no.
Please don't die. Oh, got one at the end. Boy, does that little voice line hit different after hearing Renai circulation in so many memes.
I unironically love that like anime. I actually have the first season of the light novels and the second season. You went through that real fast.
Say no. Oh yeah, no, because we saw the dialogue earlier where she's just healing
okay.
us. Am I out of black Pyrrhus to fight? I think I am. Ooh, it was a shroom. Gotta save up those
I'm guessing
shrooms.
shrooms are like Mario, where they just give you more.
It's just 200 HP. Which is a full heal at this point in the game.
You know what? These little dudes remind me of a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Driller Mole. Or whatever it's called.
Look it up real quick.
No, that's a Kingdom Hearts enemy, Driller Mole. What is it they remind me of?
I mean, there's Neo-Spacian Grand Mole. Which actually does look kind of similar.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking. Neo-Spacian Grand Mole.
Yeah, I see it. Let's do right, up, right. Nice! Hit him with the Mirage Lancer.
You just went Chun-Li on his ass.
She actually does have an art that you can only use towards the end of her leveling progression that almost certainly was inspired by Chun-Li's rapid kicks. I don't remember the name of her. The one where you can just mash kick and she does a million kicks in a row.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. You just sit there.
Okay, well now that I have a 4-length art, I can just Mirage Lancer all day.
I love your little victory pose. Aha, so you are injured. Hold still while I lick your wounds. I don't know if that's... You did well, Noah. Do you want to go back to camp and get something to eat?
You can just grind here
Alright,
forever.
Noah. After all, you do eat a lot.
You can totally stay here and just level up forever, but...
Haha, I'm just teasing you. Now follow me.
I do want to get a move on.
I don't think licking her wounds is necessarily hygienic, though.
It's probably just a metaphor, and she's using magic.
I know, I just... Context.
A play on words because she's holding a wolf.
Noah, you have improved greatly. Perhaps there is no more I can teach you by spoken word. Now it is time for me to tell you everything.
That's really funny, actually. There's no
Noah,
more I can
let's
teach
go
you
over
by talking.
there. I must tell you something important.
There's no more that I can teach you by speaking. I have to speak to you.
I love. That is a ghost story. I feel like that's something that ghost stories would have put in their dub.
Oh,
I think it's over.
That classic dub.
We've lived in this cave. Okay.
Sorry.
Noah, the wind. The wind is blowing.
It works, it works. She interrupted herself because she's surprised.
A hole must have opened in the cave. Be careful, Noah. It's the mist. They're out there, in the mist. Noah, quick. We must hurry. We'll follow the wind to the Genesis tree. Hurry to Mount Rikuroa. Hurry, Noah. We've no time to lose. Follow me.